Back again for episode 3.
Hey.
What's going on?
Hey, man.
We back. We
here. We're going to be talking about the new album that was just released by Gunna. I believe it's a classic, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
A lot of great songs on there, some great features.
Yeah, man. So this is actually my first hip-hop review. Like, I haven't done a review on hip-hop music, at least an official one. You know, I listen to hip-hop. But what I found in listening to this album, trying to, you know, think about how I was going to review it, I realized, like, I don't really have a good, catalog of music, you know, and I don't really know where to find music. And this is how it's been since my whole life. Like, I don't know when, you know, if albums come out or stuff, like, I kind of rely on whatever music app I'm listening to.
Exactly. And because everything is curated now, to like to what you usually listen to, it's like it's hard to find those sounds even if you do have Spotify or even if you do have iTunes. It's like, really, I find new music oftentimes on YouTube. Really, like, you know, I'm just like everyone else, addicted to like YouTube, you know. So usually with music videos though, it'll be like a snowball effect where I'll like run into some music and then I'll run into like some new artists and new.
And are you listening to like people reviewing music, or how are you finding the new music?
So I mean, of course, I'm pretty like, I stay up to date, like as far as releases go. Yeah. So I follow, for example, people like DJ Academics, maybe other media platforms, Hot New Hip Hop, you know, things like that. You know, and I would see them on social media. They'll post like, hey, Gunna's album's coming out, or also, you know, I think the reason why I checked this one out specifically is because Lil Baby posted something on his Twitter or his IG about it, and was like, oh, I just listened to the Gunna album, it's crazy. And I tried to look it up and it hadn't came out yet. So it came out last night, and I was just like, bet. Yeah, it's lit.
Yeah, see, that's another thing. I guess I don't follow certain people.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is. Because if you know, you got to follow like at least 2 or 3 people within like the realm of like I feel like the culture's drama. You know what I'm saying? So like bloggers, you know what I'm saying? Maybe like 1 or 2 artists that's like relevant and popping. So like Lil Baby, Da Baby, Lil Durk, like one of these guys that's like now that's at the forefront of like the music scene, you know? Because, you know, hip hop is not what it was like years ago. Not even 5 years ago. You know, it's really like changed up. The sound is so different now. Like with Gunna's album, it's so melodic, and so like it's kind of trance. It kind of puts you in a trap. I call it trance trap. Like trance trap music almost. And I feel like he did a great job with just being consistent with his sound, you know, because it's so easy to rap like Lil Baby now, or the Migos per se, or who else is like, well, how do
trap sound?
Yeah, that sound, but the mumble rap, almost, you know what I'm saying? Like also Young Thug as well is like somebody who's, you know, Young Thug is my top 5 right now, probably forever. You know, Young Thug is one of the most talented individuals, and I feel like Gunna is like under his wing in a sense, you know. But his album's crazy, man. I think we talked about it a little bit, like you like.
I found that I was leaning more towards the songs at the end. I was trying to imagine like, what am I like, what particular elements do I care about most when I'm listening to a song. And for me, it comes down to message, it comes down to the beat, and then your ability to flow on a track. And what I found with the first part of the album, for me, it was like I was hearing songs that I had heard before.
So it's so funny you say that, because you know, I was looking at it earlier when you said that, and it's like iTunes put stars by the most popular songs, and it just so happens that the most popular songs are the songs
at the top, right? Yo, and that's what I felt too, man. You know, the songs at the end were my favorite, and because they had the most versatility, like they were doing different things. You know, like there's one with Chris Brown on there. And so for me, it was like, oh, they put all of the songs that are like popular that people are gonna listen to, and you know, just bang out in the club. You know, at the beginning, and for me, I wish that wasn't the case, because I wanted to tell a proper story. I just dropped my first album last year, and for me, it was really about like, how do we tell a story, you know, so you can listen to it from beginning to end, not just, you know, what's the poppin' songs on.
Actually take something from it.
And so that's kind of how I was trying to listen to this album as well. But I did find that it was like, oh, okay, these are all the pop songs. Like, this is what music sounds like right now.
No, definitely. Right now, I'm trying to look, bro, to see what DS4EVER stands for. I think it's...
On iTunes, it says the final installment of the infamous Drip Season franchise has arrived.
Bet. Drip Season 3 was one of the best, like, projects he's put out. Drip Season 3. So I feel like he had to follow up with something, you know, on par with that. And of course, he went with producers like Metro Boomin. Most of the production was done by Weezy. And Weezy's like... To me, he's so underrated. He does most of Young Thug's tracks as well, but his production is really like, he has a wide range of like sounds that in his arsenal. You know what I'm saying? So like, he's good with samples. He's good also with trap beats. And he could you know, he's really versatile when it comes down to like, especially the southern, you know, the southern hip hop. You know what I mean? Sound right now. You know, I think he's one of the pioneers of like the new wave of sound. You know, my favorite tracks on there, I believe he produced though, but one of my favorite tracks is Pushin' P. I think that's just gonna be the most popular song. And then another track that I really like is Living Wild.
The album started to get really good for me at A Lot of Cake.
A Lot of Cake is hard.
So by track 7 out of 19 tracks. You know, like the first couple, I was like just kind of...
And I feel like that's why people like them too. Because it's such a familiar, like, a lot of that rhythmic, like, you know, for example, we got Hoochie Gown.
That's it. No rap cut.
See Metro Boomin. I mean, so the beats is crazy.
Yeah, I dug all the beats for sure.
Right now, she got on a pushy gown, ready to get piped down.
Yeah, this one sound like the last track that Young Thug and Gunna did together. The one where they were like ski, like surf. Yeah, it was called Surf. The other one, my bad. Yeah, almost the melody of the song Mop that Young Thug features on. It has a similar like melody, or it's a really similar to the Surf song that Young Thug did in his previous album. And I see where they were going with it because that song was such a success. But that's one of the songs, you know, the first couple. Like I think it's the 4th song I'm looking at right now, and it's I mean, obviously it's popular. It's a great song still, but it sounds kind of like that one.
Yeah, I liked Die Alone. I really liked You and Me.
Yeah.
Just like it.
Come on, man. They don't know.
Yeah.
And I want to say Weezy probably produced this one. I'll have to look it up, but. Who sing this song? I want to say it's Avant. They don't listen to all the things you say. It's either Avant or Joe. It's Joe. It's Joe. The bald head black dude. It's Joe. I know it's Joe. Off top.
Hands down,
it's Joe. Alright, because I know that I can see the music video where he just like.
John B.
Let me see.
So a sample of John B's.
John B.
They don't.
Oh man, John B, bro. That don't look like Joe at all.
No.
Hey, shout out to John B, man.
1997.
Bro, John B. I wonder if my mom know. I should call up my mom right now and be like, hey mom, who sing this song? I bet she gonna say Joe or Avant. It's a white dude.
Yeah.
It's a white dude. John B. Come on, man. Snapping. Hey, he slid that shit too. He slid that. He was like that. That was a great song because it was real soulful. That's why I feel like a black dude had to sing it. But yeah, I go being racist, y'all. For real, don't at me. For real.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a great album though. Altogether, it was a great album. I feel like the features were great as well. You know, you had features from Lil Baby, of course, Young Thug, Future. Every Future feature on the album is, to me, is nuts. Yeah. I mean, it's that's the thing. Future doesn't have to reinvent himself ever in songs. You know what I'm saying? He's always Future on his track. It's never like, oh, what is he doing? Like
he gonna be Future.
Exactly.
Future coming, bro.
Exactly. He actually had another girl on here. I think her Chloe.
Yeah.
And I like the track that they had together as well. So I like all the features as well. Was there any other notable like features? Anything that
Chris Brown? Did you say that?
Chris Brown. They did their thing in that one too. I thought that was another solid track.
Yeah.
And the Young Blue feature is like super subtle. Like it's kind of like you don't really like. You gotta listen to the song again. Be like, oh shit, Young Blue is in that song. But another good feature though, definitely. So overall, man, I would rate the album a solid 8, to be honest. A solid 8. You know, towards a 9. Like I have to listen to it again because I feel like I can't really give it a solid grade right now. Like a real in stone. Like I need to listen to the album again and again, you know, get my favorite songs and listen to the production and stuff like that, and then I have a better idea. But first listen today, I mean, I give it an 8. Like I think at least an 8.5. You know, we on a 9. We just like right there. I think for me, the only thing that I would say that would probably would have set it off the top for me was if he would have, by doing like some tracks that we're not used to hearing. You know what I'm saying? So like for example, you had the Playboi Carti album that just came out, Whole Lotta Red, and in that album is like, you know what to expect from Playboi Carti. It's gonna be a lot of like hardcore trap, like rap, you know, some hardcore, almost some emo rap type shit going on. But he actually took it to another level by adding in the instruments of heavy metal music to his rap and to his performances. So it just boosted and amplified it a little bit more. I feel like, you know, and you know that album we could review too. The album is nuts. That's one album that I would say is tinkering on a 10 almost, because it was just like the production was just nuts on there, and the way he followed through. But I love the album.
Yeah, I'll give it a 7.5 on the first listen.
Bet.
Yeah. I think I have a very distinct ear when it comes for music, especially because I didn't grow up like really listening to a lot of mainstream music. Like I listened to a lot of underground stuff, and I wasn't really searching for music like that. I was always trying to like create my own stuff without really, and you know this, like when we was creating, like I wasn't really like, I didn't have my ear on the ground, like you know,
for sure. That was my job.
Stuff, yeah. And so for me, it's like I listen. I tend to gravitate towards things that are sounds that are very, very distinct, unique, like something I've never heard before. And for me, that's why it's those 3 things, like the beat, it's the flow, or the message, like those things. And none of those really, really stood out to me in this album. Like it didn't feel like I was like blown away. Also, I mean, I would love to know a little bit more about some of these artists too, because I feel like I'm, you know, elementary in
I feel like having a personal like connection or some knowledge even about their personal life or what's going on with them can also help, like, for sure.
Absolutely.
Bring you more in tune to like what's going on in the album and some of the references, of course, as well, because there's a lot of references everybody knows. There was a shot thrown at Freddie Gibbs. Recently, Freddie Gibbs been going through it a lot. He just recently got beat up in Miami by Jim Jones at a restaurant. I want to remember what the restaurant's called. Whatever, we're not gonna give him free publicity, but yeah, he got beat up at a really like nice restaurant.
Oh shit!
I think Michelin star. You know what I'm saying? Joint beat his ass up in there. I heard, and then Gunna comes on this album and like calls him out again. So Freddie Gibbs is under fire right now, man. Freddie, you need to come back, bro.
Double L.
Yeah, man, they trying to drown you, my boy. Hey, you need to swim, man, swim. But yeah, so yeah, Gunna's album, DS4EVER. So go listen to it, go check it out, guys. Let us know in the comments what you think about it. You gave it a 7.5. I gave it an 8. I mean, I love it. I appreciate the album, and I think that I feel like his next project, I expect more. Like I expect something different from the next series or next franchise of like albums that he puts out. But
to evolve. Well, shit, y'all heard it here. Your boy A. Sanderson, Tattoo Tone,
in the building, man.
In the building, baby. We back for episode 3. If you like this episode, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so that you get notified every time we post a video. There's going to be a lot of more content like this. And check out our review on The Witcher.